Your divorce was finally finalized. How does it feel in the months since then? What does life look like? Do you feel so much lighter now that everything is kind of behind you, or at least that chapter is behind you?
I do, I am finally at the other side and it feels so good. Divorce is one of the worst things I think anyone can go through next to death. And unfortunately, this year I had to deal with two of those. I dealt with the death of my father and also divorce, but finalizing it was, definitely a weight off my shoulders. Dealing with the lawyers, dealing with all of it was a full-time job. I would wake up every day and there was a new document I had to sign, or like a new motion that I had to respond to, and another check I had to sign, So it's all very, very draining.
I can't imagine the financial drain that it must have, it takes on, like you said, the families and things like that. You don't want to have to go through that.
Yeah, it's really terrible. And I really hope that this will change divorce. That is the goal. I wanted to make divorce easier. Help, not just help women, help everybody, help anyone going through this.
Yeah. I mean, what does co-parenting kind of look like for you? Or is there any co-parenting? Are you hoping for some sort of amicable relationship in the future?
I would love that. I personally try to do my best to communicate as much as possible. I have 50-50 custody with my ex. That alone was very hard for me to do. The kids were, 2 and 6 when the divorce begun. And now they're 5.5 and 10. And it's just been such a journey and such an adjustment for all of us. So I really try to do everything in the best interests of the kids. And that's all I can do. I can only control myself.
Yeah. Do you and Lenny talk at all?
We communicate by text, and sometimes it goes well, but sometimes it doesn't. We're butting heads, but I have my little tool here, Splitwell, so that's been helping me tremendously. Yeah, and it really helps me de-escalate conflicts. Like before I send something, I run it through my app, and it kind of, sends it in a lighter tone, if you will. Yeah, and it just has kept me really organized.
No, totally. We see in the first episode of Miami, which I'm so happy that it's back, but we do see that you are adjusting to that 50-50 custody. And, it's hard for you not knowing what your kids are doing 50% of the time. What was the biggest adjustment for you in this?
Yeah, the biggest adjustment was not seeing my kids for half of their lives, because really that's what it is. And I try to make the most out of my time with them. And it probably has made me a better mom, because when they're with me, I dedicate all of my free time and their free time with me. It just makes you value that time that you have with them and make the most of it.